Ahead of 2024, the Prime Minister is pushing ahead with his mission south, even as the debate continues over whether the Dravidian wall is the one wall that will never break. I mentioned that because the Prime Minister is in Tamil Nadu, even as we speak this evening with Annamalai by his side. The Prime Minister has referred to a Kesaria sea, a sea of saffron that he says always turns out in Tamil Nadu to welcome him. Meanwhile, a pre-poll survey by a television channel, the promoters of which that caveat is necessary are considered to be close to the BJP, have actually forecast between 4 to 6 seats for the BJP in these elections. If the BJP is able to make a dramatic improvement, or rather its inauguration in Tamil Nadu, it will end the North-South debate that has been one prism through which the politics of India are seen today. To talk about Modi's mission south, remember he reached Tamil Nadu from Kerala, and in Kerala, the left is asking Rahul Gandhi not to contest from Wayanad. So there's a lot going on in southern politics. Let's introduce our guests on the program today. Joining us is political analyst Varun Singh. Welcome to the program, Varun. Also joining us is Sugata Srinivasaraju, the author of a fascinating book on Rahul Gandhi called Strange Burden. Madhavan Narayanan, veteran columnist and editor, is with us. Always a pleasure to have you with us, Madhavan. Let's welcome Madhavan into the box there. And Sumanth Raman is also with us, political analyst based out of Chennai, with a very interesting series of tweets today on this survey that, in fact, forecasts between 4 to 6 seats for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. Now, before we get the ball rolling, let me just play out for you some snippets of the Prime Minister's speech in Tamil Nadu. Listen it.
लोग ही लोग नजर आ रहे हैं। ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे मानो केसरिया समंदर इतना बड़ा विराट ये सम्मेलन आप सब इतनी बड़ी तादाद में। तमिलनाडु से मेरा रिश्ता राजनीति का नहीं है, ये रिश्ता दिल का है और दशकों पुराना है। मुझे तमिलनाडु की मिट्टी ने हमेशा असीम प्रेम दिया है। जो लोग दिल्ली के एयर कंडीशन कमरों में बैठकर देश को टुकड़ों में देखने की कोशिश करते हैं, देश को टुकड़ों में बांटने की कोशिश करते हैं, वो जरा आकर के देख ले, तमिलनाडु हिंदुस्तान का भाग्य बनाने वाला ये राज्य आज आपकी आंखों के सामने है।
All right, so passionate speeches and claims there. Sumanth, I'll start with you. Looking at the Prime Minister's speech, but also at a recent pre-poll survey that forecast 4 to 6 seats for the BJP. How do you respond to that? Because your comment was that you do see a significant increase in the percentage of the vote share for the BJP compared to last time, but you don't see it translating into the kind of seats that the pre-poll survey is talking about. Go ahead, Sumanth, with your comments.
Yeah, Barkha, first of all, I want to clarify this pre-poll survey or the channel which aired it. The owner is actually an alliance partner of the BJP. So it's not quote unquote considered to be close to the BJP, but he's actually an alliance partner and he's likely to be given one seat to contest as part of the NDA in Tamil Nadu. So it's being done by what is for all practical purposes an NDA channel, right? The second part is the BJP is improving its vote share. There is no doubt about that. Now, the only point that we have to sort of debate here is by how much. Is it going to be as the poll survey gives? And, from going up from 3.71%, is it actually going to go up all the way to 18%? Or is it going to be somewhere around 12 to 15%, as many of us, including Prashant Kishore, probably believe that it's going to end up somewhere there? Honestly, I cannot see the BJP winning more than 1 or 2 seats at the most. And one of those seats they won because Kanyakumari happens to be a traditional seat for the BJP, which they have won in the past as well. But beyond that, I honestly can't see them winning, anywhere else. Maybe one seat somewhere else, maybe they could pick up. But beyond that, 4 to 6 seats clearly is way optimistic. Again, the vote share and the seat numbers don't tally. So if
Yeah.
one party is getting 36, 37%, and there are two opponents who are each getting 18 and 17%, it's very difficult to see them each picking up 4 to 6 seats. You could
Right.
potentially pick up the odd seat here and there because of vote concentration and so on. But it's very unlikely that a 15, 16, 17% difference in vote share between the second and the first will still allow the party in second position and third position to pick up 4 to 6 seats. So I don't lay too much importance
But
to the number.
but you do believe, and thank you for that clarification, that the channel that did the pre-poll survey is actually owned by the SRM group, and you believe that that their party is going to be contesting the seats in alliance, the elections in alliance with the BJP. But
One
you
seat.
do believe one seat. But you do believe that the BJP vote share is going to significantly increase in these elections.
Yeah, I think this process actually started quite some time ago. And the BJP has been making a determined attempt. In fact, in the 2014 elections, there was a rainbow alliance that the BJP formed with non-DMK, non-ADMK parties. And the alliance did end up getting almost 20% vote share. So, of course, Mr. Vijaykanth was a big force in those days. So that was helpful to them. And though they didn't win anything significant, they won 2 seats in that election. Mr. Anbumani Ramdas won his seat from Dharmapuri, and the PMK was a force then. But the point really is that the BJP's rise in Tamil Nadu has been steady over the last 6, 7, 8 years. The local body elections, they polled almost 8% or thereabout, 7.98% of the vote share in the local body elections. The point is, now with all the high profile visits of the prime minister, repeated visits of the prime minister, and the fact that this is a Lok Sabha election where Mr. Modi is on the ticket, the anti-Modi image that existed in Tamil Nadu is still there, but it's probably not as intense as it was in 2019. So the BJP is going to do better than they have done in the past. Are they going to win anything, or are they going to do better than the AIADMK? I'm not too sure that that's actually is going to happen.
Okay, clearly the strategy seems to be to stitch up a coalition of smaller parties and add all of those little parties to its kitty, and then make
The
an
bigger parties
entry.
aren't coming to them.
No, but I've
They've
seen, if
been
you look
trying.
at, I know, but I'm saying if you manage, for example, you have the Mupanar Congress's GK Vasan now officially allying with the NDA, there'll be little parties, and that will be the BJP's clear
The
strategy.
PMK is a big party, Barkha. The PMK is the biggest party which is sort of available for an alliance for anyone, in the fray. And the PMK is not willing to go with the NDA up to this particular moment. They command 5% vote share. So the DMDK of Vijaykanth, some sympathy factor following his demise, they have not made up their mind. So they are also wanting to go with the AIADMK. And the TMC, after Mr. Vasan's announcement, many of the senior leaders have said that they don't agree with him and they want to leave the party. So it's not that the BJP is attracting big parties to it. These are very small parties who have aligned with the BJP.
Okay, let me, before I come to the others, play out also Mallikarjun Kharge speaking today about the Prime Minister in Andhra Pradesh. This is all happening in the southern states, the battlefield. The BJP clearly believes that the North is won. The opposition might believe that the North is lost. So in many ways, the pivot of 2024 is shifting to other areas, the South, pockets of the East and the West. Varun will, of course, speak about Maharashtra also. Listen in to Mallikarjun Kharge.
He abuses, he attacks always Congress party. But I will say, if Congress party is weak in the country, why you are attacking, abusing and reducing our strength? Why you are purchasing our MLAs? Why you are purchasing our MPs? Why you are putting our people behind the bar? I am asking. BJP, of course here, no BJP. Zero. But a zero man is ruling in the country. He is like a dictator. So therefore it is our duty to be united and defeat the fascist forces. Then only our democracy, our constitution, our people, our fundamental rights will be saved.
Okay, Sugata Srinivasaraju, the fact is that the opposition's personal attacks on the Prime Minister continue. Mr. Kharge there in that speech calling the Prime Minister a dictator. There doesn't seem to be any other messaging, whereas the Prime Minister is brick by brick or coalition by coalition or small party by small party building its presence in the South. Karnataka, of course, all poll forecast thus far predict a sweep for the BJP in the Lok Sabha elections despite the defeat in the assembly elections. How do you see the battle that's unfolding in the South? Sugata.
Thank you, Barkha. I mean, I was listening to Mr. Kharge speak, and I really pity Mr. Kharge. That is not the language of Mr. Kharge at all, to speak the language of European, Enlightenment language, fascists and things like that. Kharge is a far more rooted leader, and I wish he continues to speak the language that he's comfortable speaking, and he has to be in his skin. He should not borrow the Rahul Gandhi language. He's going to damage the Congress by borrowing Rahul Gandhi's language. And in the South, especially, it's not Congress. It's not that Congress is doing extremely well. Karnataka, last time the BJP won 25 out of 28 seats, and this time too, I think when Modi is on the ticket, Karnataka does not look very, the Congress is not going to sweep Karnataka. Similarly, if you look at Kerala, we know what has happened yesterday and today. I think the entire left front has confirmed the candidature of Annie Raja. She's going to contest against Rahul Gandhi there.
In fact, I can play. In fact, if I can interrupt you, I can play out Brinda Karat confirming
Yes,
that and asking the Congress
right,
to rethink. And I'll let you complete your point right after that. Take a look.
Yeah.
वायनाड सीट पर अभी सीपीआई ने अपने कैंडिडेट को घोषित कर लिया है, कॉमरेड एनी राजा, जो महिला आंदोलन में एक बहुत जबरदस्त भूमिका उन्होंने अदा की, और अभी वो कैंडिडेट होंगे हमारे पूरे एलडीएफ की तरफ से. अब राहुल जी और कांग्रेस को सोचना चाहिए. वो कहते हैं उनका लड़ाई बीजेपी के खिलाफ है. वो केरल में आप बीजेपी के खिलाफ नहीं, आप लेफ्ट के खिलाफ आके लड़ेंगे तो क्या मैसेज आप खुद ही भेजेंगे. इसलिए उनको अपनी सीट के बारे में दोबारा सोचने की जरूरत है.
So, Sugata, the left is asking Rahul Gandhi to reconsider what the hell he is doing in Wayanad. This is adding to the woes of the Congress. Smriti Irani dares him to come back to Amethi. Go ahead.
So yeah, I mean, he's being pushed out of Wayanad now. So where will he go? So this afternoon, somebody was telling me he may look at Karnataka, and Koppal may be one of the seats that he is considering. So if Rahul Gandhi, as the leader of the Congress party and the face of the Congress party, is running from one constituency to another each election, I don't think it's going to sort of send the right kind of signal. That is as far as Kerala is concerned. And see, in Kerala, the Congress's attack against the communists has been that it's the B team of BJP. And I think I saw a few tweets today where they've listed as to why Pinarayi Vijayan is compromised. So they don't seem to be getting their act together. And if you look at Andhra, coming to another state, everybody wants to align with the BJP there. TDP is waiting, and is waiting. So the scenario there for the Congress is not exactly positive. And if you come to Telangana, if they have a tacit alignment with the defeated BRS party, then I think they put up a very significant challenge to the Congress party there as well. So the Congress is trying to sell this idea that they are stronger in the south and north has been captured, but I don't think that is correct. And coming to Tamil Nadu, which is the subject of our conversation, one thing, I have a lot of problems with the way BJP does things, but one thing I do appreciate is the consistent way in which Mr. Modi has engaged Tamil Nadu. Right from his first term, right from the time that he brought the Chinese premier there, Mamalapuram, and then,
Yeah.
doing this Tamil Sangamam in Varanasi, trying to place the Tamil language side by side with Sanskrit and trying to give them that bow. See, it's 60 years since the DMK came to power. And one thing I think the Modi regime is, numbers and vote percentages and seats and all that is is an argument that we could look at later. But I think the primary thing in their mind is that the only civilizational challenge to the BJP's idea of India is in Tamil Nadu. That is the Dravidian idea. So they want to defeat it. So it's a long-term game that they're trying to play. And if you look at the way the BJP leadership has changed over the last 2-3 years, Barkha, it has moved from being a Brahmin leadership to an OBC leadership. And if you this person now, this Annamalai, who was a Karnataka Keda IPS officer, he is
Yeah.
a governor there. And
Yeah.
they have completely rejected their leadership. The in charges there. I see CT Ravi on your screen. He's a Gowda from Karnataka, from Chikmagalur. So they have changed and rejected and done everything there, and also sort of wooing these smaller parties, as you rightly said. And AIDMK is not completely out of the scene as yet. See, there is an OPS faction which may be still
Correct.
trying to push for an alliance. And if you also look at the gods, Ram and all that, Modi started his whole Ayodhya journey from the edge of, from Kanyakumari. And he did all his pujas there, and then he went to the Ayodhya thing. And also, a few years back, I remember they also tried to appropriate the local gods. They tried to build a thing around Murugan. There was a whole Murugan kind
Yeah.
of a thing there. So Vel Yatra or something like that. And so they have been consistent and persistent, and they have been waiting to sort of break into
And
Tamil Nadu.
and I want to take this idea to Madhavan and then to Varun. Madhavan, quickly, if you can, because I want to go for another round of comments as well. Sugata's argument that there is a kind of civilizational challenge that the BJP recognizes in Tamil Nadu, so it takes Tamil Nadu very seriously. It also has taken this dare of the South being the last bulwark, standing against it outside of Karnataka, that is, where the BJP has done very well in the last Lok Sabha elections. Do go ahead at everything that's unfolding before us, including G.K. Vasan joining hands with the NDA, Annamalai, extremely popular at an individual level, and the smaller parties that can't join the DMK Congress, and AIADMK that can return to the NDA. Madhavan.
Yeah, I think you both, all panelists, especially Sugata, everybody has put the things in set the stage for what I want to say in a way. I want to say, Barkha, that first of all, there is a fault line within the Dravidian movement. It was founded by Periyar, who was an atheist himself, and he was essentially anti-Brahmin. But Tamil Nadu has been unarguably, I would say, the cradle of Hinduism in many ways. If you look at the temple map of Tamil Nadu, I would argue that the cultural capital of India, if you look at it as a Hindu country, is Madurai and not Ayodhya. I'm planning to write on that, because if you look at the antiquity and the detail, and Tamilians have been very devout Hindus. The issues that rose during the Periyar's movement was essentially about government jobs. That remains an issue. And therefore, a lot of caste consciousness is based on modern aspirations. Whereas what has happened of late is that religiosity has grown in Tamil Nadu again, and BJP has used that to build the civilizational bridge it wants to. Everything from Ram Setu or to in Sri Lanka on the side to this. Where it falls is that Tamil Nadu has a literacy rate of 86%, and the people are politically aware of both the rationalist traditions as well as the other traditions. So they act in their self-interest. That also explains the welter of small parties that are there. So what Modi and BJP are doing are two things. First of all, Modi wants to use his southern outreach to convey to the world at large the fact that BJP is not a north-centric party. So he's going that extra mile. The second thing he's doing is to build an anti-incumbency factor against the DMK Congress alliance, and with the idea of eventually positioning BJP as the next party. And the thing that is favoring Modi today, for instance, he mentioned that Jayalalitha had done a lot of good work. So there is a power vacuum. There's a Jayalalitha-sized vacuum sitting in Tamil Nadu, and his strategy must be probably to break the ADMK in various forms. He already has an alliance in place with the Amma Munnetra Kazhagam, with Sashikala and his the nephew Dinakaran. And the strategy must be that if AIDMK doesn't do too well in the Lok Sabha elections, there could be a split in that party or defections from that party, of which BJP leaders are already hinting. One more point is that we mentioned the SRM University owner, Parivender. His party, he's represents the Udayar caste. If you take PMK, Ramdas is nothing but a proxy for the one-year caste. And if you look at the southern Tamil Nadu, the Tevar community, who have been traditionally the guards of temples, are represented by Dinakaran and Sashikala. So there is a intricate work of Hinduism, projects like the Kashi Sangamam, which brings back ancient equations into the picture. Where the big if lies is whether Tamil Nadu's equal modern outreach, where Dalits are aware of their political rights, where jobs and education and industrialization are a big agenda, whether Modi can grow big enough to challenge the DMK, which has been working very hard and in an organized manner under Stalin.
Let me just bring in Varun and then take another round of comments from all of you. Varun, the larger picture that I see is piecing together from everything we've heard so far. Rahul Gandhi being told you're not welcome in Wayanad. Though Prime Minister today had a barbed remark about that, saying they're best friends outside of Kerala and pretend to be adversaries here. But I think it's quite genuine. I think the left is saying, what are you doing here? Mamta has said a similar thing to him. Why is your yatra here? Go take it through the heartland. Now he's in UP. Fair enough. The BJP will need to concentrate on the south, the west, and the east. They're not going to spend a lot of, they feel the north has done for them. Why is the south so important to the BJP, you think?
Why isn't it, Ruby? And firstly, let me tell you a small thing. I expect, or whatever my sources in the BJP say, there would be very big faces from the south who would be contesting on BJP tickets. Already few central minister names are doing the round. We may even see a very big name who may contest from north as well as south. But, that is what BJP is all about. BJP is a political party which wants to win elections. It knows that today it cannot win south as it does well in the north, or to be honest, in western part, maybe Gujarat or Rajasthan too. But in the coming days, it will do it. And I'm sure the floating percentage, the floating voters, if you're talking about Tamil Nadu, which, there is this 25% of voters which floats between the DMK and the AIDMK in almost every elections. The BJP is targeting them. And as Madhavan rightly pointed out, I keep on saying that the amount of Hinduism or the devotion that Tamilians bring out, I don't think any part of the country can match it. And that is what BJP is trying to act on. And secondly, very important aspect is in the south, already Karnataka, they have a lot of seats. In Kerala, I'm telling you, my sources say that a big face might contest. And thirdly, Telangana, we have seen in the assembly election that the BJP has grown. But most importantly, the BJP, as you have said, knows that in the north they are set. The picture in the south, which was actually which was needed, why Prime Minister started going over there, because there was a narrative that was being set by the Congress, which was divide the south and north. And the Prime Minister doesn't want that to impact his political prospects. If you see, he doesn't take jibe on any of the southern chief ministers from any other party except for Congress. He's on very good terms when it comes to Andhra Pradesh. He's on itna acha relation. I rarely see him praising, meeting so many BJP chief ministers. And not only that, and in spite of he having or trying to forge an alliance with TDP and JSP over there. And in Tamil Nadu, Annamalai, oh please, let me tell you, even people in the north are fan of Annamalai. The way he sat on the floor during the BJP national convention, the way he speaks, we do not understand Tamil. But his rallies evokes that emotion even amongst the non-Tamil speaking people. Very good choice.
So let's take some of these points to Sumanth and Madhavan. I know you had a point to make. I'll come to you right after that. Sumanth, this talk that Varun has alluded to again and again, big names may enter the electoral fray, and the emphasis will be in the south. There are reports of Nirmala Sitharaman and Jaishankar both entering the fray. Nirmala Sitharaman maybe from Bengaluru, we don't know, but that's a possibility. There's even a possibility that the Prime Minister himself, though we don't know, could contest a second seat from the south. There was talk of Coimbatore, now there's talk of Kanyakumari. We simply don't know. This idea of big names descending into the southern battlefield, how is it being looked at in Tamil Nadu?
I think this talk has been there for a while, and that big names, and will the Prime Minister choose to contest from one seat in Tamil Nadu besides Varanasi, has been the talk for it's not new. I think it's about 7-8 months this talk has been there on and off. But I honestly don't think that likely, because while it could definitely help the BJP by attracting voters in a big way in a few constituencies around it, I'm not too sure if any of the other names, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman contesting, or Jaishankar, for instance, contesting from Tamil Nadu, I don't see that having much of an impact, because again, they come under the quote unquote the Brahmin lobby of the BJP. The point I want to make is BJP. I think Mr. Sugata said this about moving towards an OBC leadership. The BJP actually moved quite some time back towards an OBC leadership. Whether it was Mr. Pon Radhakrishnan, who belonged to the Nadar community, Dr. Tamilisai Soundararajan, who is now the governor of Telangana, who was the BJP president for a long time in Tamil Nadu, she belongs to the Nadar community. Dr. L. Murugan, who is the union minister now, belongs to the Arundadiyar community, which is a sub-community among the Dalits. So it's not that, Mr. Annamalai is the first OBC face that the BJP has put across. Not at all. The BJP moved away from its Brahmin faces at least a decade ago. But again, the point
in that case, what is the resistance to the BJP? Another friend of mine who's not from Tamil Nadu, who's from another southern state, he said the resistance is not to Hindutva, the resistance is to Hindi.
The resistance is to both. It is to Hindi and it is to Hindutva. In fact, I would say that the Hindutva brand of politics does not really, for instance, the BJP, I feel, has missed a trick here, because they have not invested in the infrastructure of Tamil Nadu as much as they should have. Simple example, Mr. Stalin is going to town saying that for flood relief, the center has not given 1 rupee, and he keeps pointing it out and saying not even 1 rupee has been given by the center for flood relief. And the point about the Chennai Metro Rail project, which the center promised to fund, where the money has not been given. All India Institute of Medical Sciences, many of the aims announced after AIIMS Madurai have been inaugurated. AIIMS Madurai does not have a single, not even the foundation of a single building has been started. So all of this that the BJP did not do for Tamil Nadu, and had they done this, they would have certainly had seen a much bigger surge than to stand with a veil, which is the which is Lord Muruga's emblem, or to go around.
Let me get Madhavan and Sugata apart. Madhavan, go ahead.
Thank you, Sumanth, for setting me up beautifully, because he gives the context very well. For what I want to mention, 3 things. First of all, I'm sort of amused by Varun praising Annamalai, because Annamalai has a very jerky, chip on the shoulder approach to thinking. And in Tamil Nadu, my contention is that he's not as popular as he might come out in the TV sound grabs.
Why do you say that? He does draw massive numbers online. He draws massive numbers at his rallies, at his Padyatra.
Well, that's the organizational power
he
of
will
RSS.
Sweep an online poll.
Yeah, the organizational power of RSS is very strong anywhere in the country with its resources, and that is cannot be
I think Varun wants to make a brief interjection, then I'll let you continue.
How do you gauge a politician, the number of people he's getting on ground, and in material where he's getting from, until unless he's buying them out? And if you, in your words, if the RSS has a strong organization over there and they're getting him people, he's popular.
No. Let me come to that.
Many areas of the country, but not all politicians. RSS के लोग नहीं आते वहाँ पे. RSS people not there.
No. Let me draw an analogy. The Punjab farmers laid a virtual siege to Delhi against the farm bills, but when it came to elections in Punjab, and I would say indeed Haryana, the farmers are not as politically powerful as it seems in terms of electoral fortunes. That's the point I'm trying to make. Rallies are not necessarily a strong barometer of electoral fortunes. That's the point I'm trying to make. That apart, on a more serious note, Barkha, I wish to point out that Sugata mentioned a very interesting point about Rahul Gandhi speaking on values of enlightenment, which doesn't ring true in India. But I think in Tamil Nadu they do, because the Dravida movement fashions itself along, somewhat like the Protestant movement of Europe against, their protest against Brahminism is a lot like the Protestant movement against the Catholic order. So the rationalism that Periyar championed in various forms, shapes, and sizes has trickled down across the board in Tamil Nadu. Today, you're talking about young Tamilians from lower castes like Dalits who are actually working for companies like Amazon and Microsoft. And you have a generation 3.0 of the Dravidian Enlightenment, which is what BJP's biggest challenge will be, because they ask questions on everything from beef eating to what kind of industrialization is needed. And the Dravida model that Stalin talks about is nothing but the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas implemented with a social justice sauce across Tamil Nadu. And that is a huge challenge for Modi, because people at the end of the day look at their self-interest. So communities like farmers and women are aggressively viewed by the BJP. So some of the constituents, in fact, sometimes I think BJP is the DMK's northern Indian version. If you look at UP and Yogi Adityanath, but I'll have to really give you a very careful demonstration on that.
Yes. Okay, this is very interesting, Sugata. So the strands I'm picking up are the personality, popularity. It was often said the BJP doesn't have popular faces in the South. Varun believes that Annamalai is a phenomena. Sumanth and Madhavan are not convinced. But this earlier idea of the BJP as a Brahminical force that could not grow roots in a state like Tamil Nadu, that's gone. I think we all agree, not just about the BJP shift to the from a Brahminical to an OBC party, but also to the fact that elsewhere in India, large numbers of Dalits and tribals are voting for it, have voted for it, and are increasing in numbers that are voting for it. My question then is, where is the resistance? Is the resistance in rationalism that has deep roots, as Madhavan argues? Or is it, as Arun Jaitley used to famously say about Bengal, the Bengali is a cultural Hindu, our challenge is how to convert a cultural Hindu into a political Hindu? Hang on, Sugata, I need to unmute you. Can we unmute Sugata, please?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm glad you mentioned West Bengal, Barkha. If West Bengal was so much left, after 30, 40 years of ruling West Bengal, I think everybody should have been speaking of dialectical materialism there. I don't think that is happening. So even in Tamil Nadu, I think the BJP is targeting a generation after Stalin. I think they're very, very clear. And I think somebody mentioned Annamalai. I did not say Annamalai was the first OBC face. I mean, there were OBC faces earlier, but the OBC faces spoke a very RSS, EGM. The whole thing shifted in the last 3 or 4 years, and it has been a concerted effort of Modi and company to sort of bring about that shift. And it's not, I tend to go with Madhavan and Suman that Annamalai is not extremely popular in Tamil Nadu. In fact, he is responsible for that very big break between the AIDMK and the BJP, where he spoke against Jayalalitha and called her corrupt. So I think Modi is trying to cement those little things today while speaking about Jayalalitha and all that. So he has been there, and the other big person who has ruptured
and the Prime Minister praised Jayalalitha today, and Annamalai was the translator on stage from Hindi to Tamil.
That's the irony. That's the irony. And then the other big disruptor there for the BJP, who is absolutely disliked according to my perception, is the governor. The governor has created so much problem for the BJP there. And one starts wondering, if you look at Ravi functioning the way he's functioning, if the BJP really has a strategy for Tamil Nadu. So
interesting.
So there's a lot of contradictory. Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions there, and the way, but the Rajnikant experiment has failed. Now Vijaykanth passes away, and the Prime Minister writes an obituary, a full-fledged obituary for Vijaykanth. Unthinkable. So hoping that the DMDK base will sort of come into the BJP. So he is looking at a lot of possibilities. The BJP is not looking at results. The BJP is not looking at seats in 2024. The BJP is playing a long-term game, and they know that the Dravidian ideology. If somebody is speaking about rational and critical thinking, then Bangalore should have been full of rational thinking people because it's the IT capital. You deal with binary codes and stuff like that. But
politics doesn't work like that.
Yeah, politics doesn't work that way at all. And,
Yeah.
and the shift and the saffron shift, the red to saffron shift in Bengal is a huge indicator that the population swing, in a matter of 5 years.
Sumanth has to go, and we're also closing down. Sumanth, quick last word, and then Varun, and then last comments from Madhavan and Sugata.
Yeah.
Sumanth, go ahead.
I agree with what Sugata said right at the end, that the BJP is not looking at huge number of seats as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned. They are playing a long-term game, and they are looking at increasing their vote share, becoming and establishing themselves firmly as the third largest party, possibly on par with the second largest party, which would be the AIADMK. I think that is the goal as far as the Lok Sabha elections are concerned. 2026 is not too far away, the assembly elections. So their game plan would be to become a major player in Tamil Nadu at the end of this Lok Sabha elections, so that this whole bit about BJP contesting with Nota, all of that, is taken out of the equation forever.
Okay, Sumanth. Thanks, Sumanth. We'll let you go. Varun, very quickly, just a reminder that Andhra Pradesh will be voting alongside the Lok Sabha elections. It's going to be quite interesting to see what happens there with both Jagan Reddy and Chandrababu quite happy and probably competing to join the NDA.
Yes, your last line made me laugh. But one small thing. I don't know what people sitting in Tamil Nadu feel about N. Ravi. But whenever I see N. Ravi speaking, and especially when he takes a stand for the national anthem or when he takes a stand for Vande Mataram, it does evoke nationalism, for which the BJP is known. It also tells you a very simple fact that, in spite of knowing that in down south, people wouldn't be very happy with Hindi and its imposition, but the BJP is sticking to its ideology. People may not like it. It may not help them get more votes. That is secondary. And most important point that I want to talk about Annamalai is, as I had earlier said, what makes a big leader? How do you gauge a leader is about the crowd that he gets, how he manages people over there, how he speaks, and it is being presented very well. I see how the social media helped Narendra Modi in 2008 and 9. It is same with Annamalai. And lastly, with Rahul Gandhi, I think high time the Congress should think that instead of pitching Rahul Gandhi from any of the seats, he should take a seat back. He should just campaign for the party, help the party in whatever form he can, and come via Rajya Sabha like his mother if he wants.
Oh my God, he'll be skewered by us even if he chooses that. Rahul Gandhi is in that position now where literally what he says can't have any winning moments. All right, there are also some moments of color. Prime Minister Modi met a German singer-songwriter and her mother in Palladam, Tamil Nadu today, and a Tamil song they performed, Achyutam Keshavam. Madhavan, I'm sure you know all about this. Do go ahead with your last thoughts.
Point out that Achyutam Keshavam is a Sanskrit song, so it is not a Tamil song. So maybe he should have sung from the Tiruppalam.
Oh, sorry, Achyutam Keshavam and a Tamil song.
And a Tamil song. I'd love to know what is a Tamil song.
Yes, I don't know right now. I got that wrong. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, but
I think the Punjabi North Indian in me displayed my ignorance there. But go ahead. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The point is that at the end of the day, we are talking about clash of ideologies in Tamil Nadu, because Tamil Nadu is a progressive state in terms of full of thinking people. So I would still think that people act in self-interest, and even things like caste census is not so much about caste as about a share in the power structure and education and economic development and all that. And to that extent, the level of awareness of self-interest by highly educated people, because higher education is a very big thing in Tamil Nadu. And people are now talking not about engineering colleges, but about medical education, which is a major DMK plank to get rid of the national entrance test for medical entrance. So those are the issues that cut ice with the youth. The actor Vijay is also planning a political party. He's already announced it. And if he comes in and disrupts the youth vote, that chaos is something that the BJP might want to play. As far as Vijay Kant is concerned, please understand he played a soldier in many movies, and therefore he identifies with the Indian Army. That is a plus for BJP to play along. But if you're looking at a vector mathematics of Tamil Nadu politics, it's all about interest groups and socio-economic development. And I think that way DMK is excellently positioned to defend itself, but BJP is giving it a very tough fight. Now, I would expect the ADMK to break up because although EPS is holding the party together, it doesn't have a charismatic leader yet. And BJP is probably betting on all that. But at the end of the day, I expect I've said it before, Tamil Nadu wants to be part of the first world conversations and lead India from the south. So that is something that, therefore their role model is not Narendra Modi. Their role model is APJ Abdul Kalam, who comes from Tamil Nadu. So if you look at all that, if you give Modi, if he wants to play on Nirmala Sitharaman and Jaishankar being his Tamilian-speaking candidates, those kind of things might rub off on the BJP fortunes in a positive way. But
Just
it's not going to be an easy fight.
Okay, Varun, one sentence, and then Sugata gets the closing word. Yeah, Varun?
Yeah. I'm like, I love Tamil Nadu, I love people from Tamil Nadu, but when such high words are being used, during state election, you see किसने मिक्सर ग्राइंडर दिया है और किसने कुकर दिया है उसके बेसिस पे वोट होता है and we want to talk about first world and all those.
Yeah, but UP has not yet come to that. Yeah.
No, but Tamil Nadu, with all of its rationalist tradition, has also perfected the political freebie tradition long before
Absolutely. That is Vikas. That is Vikas. Actually, that is Barkha, thanks for saying this. The common person's idea of Vikas is different from highways and ports and airports. And that is where the Garib Kalyan model perfected by Modi is working more than anything else.
Let me give Sugata the closing word. Between Varun's cynical argument that the voter is concerned with the mixie grinder, the color TV set, like 10 to 20 years ago, that is what Tamil Nadu's politicians mastered distributing. But the Amma canteens, very, very important, very, very popular, cheap, accessible food. Madhavan says that's Vikas. Varun says that's, all elections come down to basics. This highbrow idea of first world, civilizational, this is all airy-fairy in the end. Sugata, last word to you.
I don't think, Barkha, that we can make these blanket statements that Tamil Nadu is full of thinking people. You should also remember that the film culture is right at the center. It's the epicenter. I mean, the kind of film culture that you see in Tamil Nadu, people immolate themselves when stars die. So you can't completely attribute rationalism there. See, what I would like to point out is even before the BJP, mastered the propaganda mechanism, it was, Karunanidhi and MGR and the DMK which mastered the propaganda model. So Dravidian model is also a precursor to the BJP's propaganda model, and it's been very, very powerful. It's all built around the tinsel, around the celluloid thing, images running. So it's a very fascinating kind of a competition for the BJP, and therefore they're approaching it culturally. They're not looking at it politically at all. So therefore, Rajnikant or whatever.
Madhavan has a brief interject. One second, Madhavan, one sentence.
Let us not reduce Tamil Nadu's film culture to tinsel. The roots of the Dravidian cinema movement rise in the scripts written by Karunanidhi, which are actually like polemical arguments against Brahminism. So
but
please understand that
there's also a legion of AIADMK politicians who wore transparent white kurtas, so Amma's photograph could be seen prominently displayed in their front pockets. I'm old enough to remember from my reporting days those moments.
Agree that. So basically, personality cults matter, but so does rationalism. And so we are living in interesting times. So let's talk to you after the elections.
Okay, it's basically the propaganda culture, the personality cult. If one thing that Tamil Nadu has contributed to Indian politics, it's the personality cult. If there was a counter to the Nehru Gandhis in the south, it was the personality cults that were built in the south, in Tamil Nadu. You don't see that anywhere else. A film actor contesting in Karnataka is not assured of a victory, but that's not the case in Tamil Nadu. Look at the number of people starting parties.
West Bengal is replicating it.
What, Varun?
I just said West Bengal is replicating it, and even Andhra Pradesh, the previous Andhra Pradesh, when YSR died, in that plane crash. So many people immolated themselves. So yeah, South in terms of theatrics is extreme. No one can deny that. And
well,
yes,
Modi is doing very well on that
But
front
there-
as well.
But there as well, there were exceptions. People like Shivaji Ganeshan could not do well, probably because he went with the Congress party. And now
I think we're being too reductionist. Yeah, I think Sugata is right that you can't be so reductionist in the argument. It isn't any one thing. What makes a successful politician is an intersection of several factors: socio-economic, historic, culture, cult of personality, social engineering. I mean, one can go on, and I think the point is that Tamil Nadu is the long game for the BJP.
Absolutely,
In many ways,
absolutely.
there is an interesting parallel with West Bengal there, where the BJP steadfastly first wanted to become the main opposition. I think the BJP is not looking to win in the South. The BJP is looking to be relevant in the South. That's step one. And it is going to be interesting to see where 2024 leaves the BJP in terms of relevance. And that is where I think we should frame the debate. But thank you, gentlemen, to Sugata, to Madhavan, to Varun, and earlier to Sumanth. Thank you. And to our audience, thank you as ever. See you tomorrow. Mojo Story has always made a commitment to its viewers to go to where the story is. And as you can see here, we are at the epicenter of the Israel war on Gaza. We are right at the front line, about 1 mile from the Gaza Strip, as the Israeli military gets ready with its tanks and its gunners to begin its final frontal assault that will take troops into Gaza. As we said, we are not like other organizations. We believe in giving you all sides of the story objectively and as much as possible from the ground. And that's exactly what we're doing here, covering the biggest global story today from the epicenter of the war zone. So please, we need your support. Support us, become a Mojo member, subscribe to us, spread the word, and thank you for your support.